Good morning, everybody. I'm Christy, and this is my channel, Javagirlstitches, and this is Flosstube number 23. So, take 4. Anyway, first off, I want to thank you guys all for spending some time with me today, coming back every week and hanging out with me, listening to my crazy life and my stitching. I got quite a few new subscribers. Again, thank you guys so much for checking me out and subscribing and leaving such amazing comments. I appreciate it so much. You guys are just wonderful. I always say that I have the best subscribers ever, and I truly mean it. Last week, you guys commented on my quilting, my attempts at wanting to quilt. You guys were so encouraging. You're like, you can do it. So yes, I cannot wait to start that. Once we're moved, I'm gonna start trying to work on the quilt. And you guys suggested lots of videos to watch, so I'm going to check those out. And then the pom-poms, I got tons of suggestions on those. I am excited to do that too. My main thing I'm thinking is I need a different zipper foot. The one I have is just, it doesn't look like anybody else's, first off, because I'm looking at other people's and I'm like, okay, now I can see how you can sew pom-poms and zippers, because yours is not the same as mine. So I do need to go back and get probably a different zipper foot. So once I do that, then I will try to do the pom-poms, and then I think I'll have a much easier time. So thank you guys so much for the suggestions for that. I loved hearing all of your guys' plans for Stitch into 2020, what you guys are gonna be doing this year. A lot of people are also gonna be stitching in stash, or they're going to try. I love the comments where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna stitch in stash probably until market. And then it's like out the window, which is, yeah, I mean, let's be real. That's probably gonna be me too. I'm gonna try not to buy everything. I'm only gonna buy the things that I really, really love. So, but it was just funny to everybody, you know, yeah, until, you know, I'm gonna try to be good. Yeah, we all try, but I mean, I have no self-control whatsoever. So, but I'm gonna try my best. And then there was some comments about, because I said I wanted another tree. I was gonna need another tree for like a prairie schooler tree. And you guys are so funny. You're like, you need one in the she shed. Your she shed totally needs a tree. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It does. So thank you for enabling me and encouraging me. And you don't care how many trees I have. You just support me and you're like, yeah, you need another tree. Love it, love it. And I totally do need one in the she shed. So that's probably what's gonna happen. And thank goodness my husband is so dang busy right now. He doesn't have time to watch the videos, so he's gonna have no idea that I'm gonna get another tree. So anyway, let's see. I had a couple questions, so I thought I'd answer those real quick. Someone asked, when I glue pom-poms down, what do I do with the raw edges? So when I do glue them down, I just start at one spot and I glue all the way around and I finish. And so they touch up. Pom-poms are pretty easy where they will connect pretty good where you can't see where they, you know, it's not like rickrack where you have to, with rickrack, you can see where the two edges have lined up. With pom-poms, it's pretty good where it doesn't. And what I do is wherever they end, to where they meet together, that's where I put my bow. So if it is kind of wonky or whatever, the bow covers it right up. And that's what I do with my rickrack too. Do I prep my fabric before I stitch? No. If there's some wrinkles in it, I might iron it, but that's all I do with it. And what do I stitch in? I stitch in a hoop. I have always stitched in a hoop since I began. I've tried Q-snaps, not a fan. They're just too heavy for my hands and I just like a hoop. And do I iron my project after it's stitching? Like, how do I get the wrinkles out? Yes, I do. I do iron it. I even iron. Once I finish this piece, or it's gonna go like into, it's a whip. Before I stick it back in the bag, I take it out of the hoop. And then before I show you guys my whips, I always iron them. And then when I'm done with the finished project, I always iron it. And then where do I get my rickrack? You can get it at Hobby Lobby and Joann's. And I'm sure you can get it online too. Michael's does not have rickrack except maybe in little small sections that comes like with a bunch of ribbons and a little bit of rickrack, so I just get mine at Joann's and Hobby Lobby. Okay, that's it for questions. Life updates, crazy busy. chaotic. That would explain my life right now. We're still in the process of moving. We have to be out in 4 weeks. And I keep telling my husband, are we gonna be ready? And he's like, yep, we're gonna be ready. So basically we've been every single weekend at my dad's. We are painting bedrooms this weekend. So the boys have their rooms painted. And I wasn't gonna paint the room that we're gonna be in, which is the master bedroom. But I mean, it's pink. And it's got wallpaper from like 1990 in there. So I'm like, okay, you know, Dave's like, no, let's just paint it now. So basically we're cleaning all of his house. It's almost done. All we have to do is paint, and then we're gonna start moving everything over there and packing up stuff here, lots of Goodwill trips, all of that kind of stuff. So that's what we're in the process of doing. And if at last minute, we're just chucking stuff in boxes, and that's what we're doing. So we are making progress. She shed, almost done. He put the shiplap up on the one wall. All I have is baseboards and the trim on the top, and then the whole inside is done. And that's all that's gonna be done when we move in. He'll do the outside later. So we are making progress. Only 4 weeks to go, you guys. So that's what we have been up to. Pretty much just work all the time. And I cannot wait till we are moved in, because I want a weekend where I can just sit and watch like Harry Potter movies or crime shows and stitch all weekend long and not have to do anything, because that has not happened in a really long time. So we're getting there, and we're getting sad and excited at the same time. Because like I said, we've been here for 15 years, so it's a little hard, but we're really excited. And my dad is super happy, so it's the right thing to do. Okay, let's get into stitching now that I've flapped my pie hole for like 7 minutes. Okay, so let's get into finishes. First, I'm going to show you a couple of previous finishes I've done. And the first one is a little Valentine's Day pillow, and this was by Lizzie Kate. And when I first started making pillows, I made a couple of them. And this is stitched, this was before I knew of Vintage Country Mocha Lugana, so it's probably like lamb's wool Ada. So I did that one. And again, that one's by Lizzie Kate. I'm gonna throw those over there. This is Valentine's Bird. I want to say it's by Bent Creek, but I'm not positive. And then there's the back. And of course, I even had little bows, but I did little buttons on them back then. And my last one is also February by Lizzie Kate. Oh yeah, there's purple around it. And then the back. So I just pulled these out today because I don't think you guys have ever seen those before. And I was gonna do a Valentine's Day display, but I mean, seriously, I'm moving, I don't got time. So this stuff will get packed away for next year. And then another finish, this one was sitting, I'll just show you first. This is February, and it's also by Lizzie Kate. And this one was just sitting, I do actually have, I guess people call it their drawer of shame or whatever. I do have a basket of shame. So there is a couple things that I just haven't got around to finishing. This one was actually, if you watch like my first video, I did all of these and they were just in a wood painted frame. So I took it apart and I mounted it. This is like a chalkboard easel from Michaels. And I took it apart. I mounted it on sticky board again, added some burgundy pom-poms. And then this is just sticky board with checked material on it. And it's just glued to the easel frame. Oh my gosh, you guys, last week when I could not say, and now I'm not even gonna remember it again. What was that thing that I was talking about last week? It's something board, cutting board. Oh my gosh. I was like, somebody was like, I was yelling at you the whole time, like trying to say it. And I was like, I felt so dumb afterwards. I'm like, it's a board with a handle. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, no editing, you know, this is just me and my crazy and my foggy brain. So anyway, this is an easel. And then I just added some bows, and that little wood heart is actually from my scrapbooking stuff. I had a whole bunch of scrapbooking little wood pieces. So I was digging through some stuff and I found it and I was like, oh, that'll be perfect on there. So that's a redo. My next Valentine's Day one was another one that was just sitting in the basket of shame that never got done. And so I pulled it out, and I do not know who this is by. I want to say Heart and Hand or Hands on Design. I cannot remember. It's an older pattern. And what I did is, again, this is all one board, sticky board, and I added material, and then underneath the bow, you can see I added some lace and rickrack, and then I mounted it on another sticky board with some fabric, and it's just on a piece of white board that I got at Michael's, and then a bow, and it's also got one of those little hearts in it. So I have a couple things for next year when I can decorate. So those are my 2 Valentine's Day ones. Okay, the next 3 are for my stitching room. And this one was the Lizzie Kate one that I had shown before. And this one is on a board I got at Walmart. It's like a thick kind of planky board. And it's attached with, this is on sticky board, black pom-poms, 2 different kinds of fabric, and then I have blue rickrack underneath. And then I have 3 different bows, some greenery, and a flower, and a covered button in the middle. And this one started out as a wreath, and I just didn't like it. It was too much green, and I'm like, I just tore the whole thing apart, and I'm like, okay, let's try again. And so I came up with this, and now I'm happy with it. So there's that one. Okay, I'm gonna put that one down here. Okay, the next finish I did is by Little Dove Designs, and it was Home of a Stitcher. And this is the pattern right here. Okay, hopefully this doesn't tip over. This is my finish on this one. Everything's glued down except for the frame. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna take this off really quick and I'll put it back on. So this is a little house that my hubby made me. It was just a plank board that I got at Michael's for like 99 cents, you guys. And I had him cut it, and you can see there's like a little roof. He cut the little strip for the roof, and I painted it gray to match the gray in the house. And then I have some greenery, some ribbon, which I had to mess with the ribbon because you guys know I like super huge bows, but it was covering up too much of the roof, and I'm like, you're not even gonna be able to tell it's a house. So it's got some rickrack, and then in the middle I have a little spool button, and I put it all in there, and that's how it looks. And then when I set it, let's see if I can set it in here and make it work. Okay, now I'll hold the whole thing up. So this, yep, I knew that was gonna happen. I glued, okay, we're just gonna show this part first. So I glued everything down to this tray. The tray I got at Hobby Lobby, and then the spools of thread, or the spools, they're just wood spools, and I found them at Joann's. And so what I did is I put some, just wrapped some floss around them and then added some greenery. We're gonna try this one more time. Oh my gosh. And then it just sits on there. So the easel that's behind there, it is glued to it. This is not, but because I didn't want it to fall off and fall, I wanted it to stay all in one piece. So that is what it looks like all together. And so it'll sit like on a shelf in my craft room. I knew that was gonna fall off, you guys. No matter how hard I tried, I knew it was gonna fall off. So hopefully you guys got, you can still see. Oh my gosh. Why edit, you know, just real life. We lost jingle bells, we've lost, you know, stuff, whatever, it is what it is. Okay, the last one I finished is Cross Stitcher in Residence. And this one I just threw in really quick because it was a really easy stitch. I did change the colors. And this is my finish. So this door I got at the Target Dollar Spot. It was black and it had just like a silver doorknob on it. So I pulled off the doorknob, I sanded it down, I painted it white, and then I stained it. I don't know if you can see the stain. And then there's the Cross Stitcher in Residence in there, and it's just, it's stitched on vintage, I always keep saying that, mushroom Lugana. And then I have some rickrack, brown rickrack and red gingham fabric. I had my hubby put a new doorknob on, and then the top has a little wreath. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see the whole thing. And then I have 2 bows, and this is a little wood house, which is another one that I had from my scrapbooking days. So I threw that on there, and I love how this turned out. And if you want to find stuff at the Target dollar spot, I follow Target Bullseye dollar spot, I believe, or Target Bullseye spot, and it's on Instagram. And so I follow that account because I can't always make it to Target and stock the place, which I used to do. So I just go on there and they'll show you the stuff that's coming to the dollar spot. So as soon as I saw this door, I was like, have to have. And they also had a ladder, but I couldn't find it. But I was happy with the door. So this is gonna get hung up in my craft room, and I love how it turned out. Okay. That is all my FFOs. And then yesterday, the day before, I had one more finish, and it's Count Twice, Stitch Once by Plum Street Samplers. And I started this on New Year's Eve. And oh my gosh, I was able to finish it. There we go. And it's stitched on Mushroom Lugana. And I did change the colors on it. I guess I could go a little bit closer. And I absolutely love it. It was a really easy stitch. It looks kind of big, but I mean, it was really simple, and I absolutely love, love, love how it turned out. So I really like to get this one done, and I have one other one that is for the craft room that are finished. They're just not fully finished because I'm used to, you know, finishing with bright colors. These are a little bit more muted, so I'm gonna have to kind of think about it. So I don't really have any ideas on how to finish those yet. So hopefully I can figure out something. Okay, let's go into my whips. Okay, the first one, which is was a Stitch Mania that I drug back out again, was Hen Party by Little House Needleworks. And I got the rest of the house done. The flower, I don't know if it's a flower or it's corn, and the sun, and then I'm getting ready to start the red house. And this is on Vintage Country Mocha Ada. So I'm getting close. I think I can finish that pretty soon. And I want to put that in my kitchen at my dad's, which again, the kitchen is, I'm not gonna have enough room, honestly, for everything that I want to stick. Half of my stuff's gonna be put in storage until we remodel, but it's okay. I'll do what I can do. Okay, the next one that I worked on was, this is going to be starting for everybody, it's Bloom-Topia, and it starts on February 1st. And I already started mine. And this is what I have done. The first section is what we needed to have done, so that is done. It's stitched on 25 count Pewter Lugana, and I did change the colors to Classic Colorworks. I know last time I showed you guys I was gonna do it on Mushroom Lugana and use the called for colors, but honesty here, this is the 4th time I started this thing. I tried it and it didn't look good, so I tried a different fabric. I didn't like that. The colors didn't work, so finally, this was my last attempt, and now I finally like it. Again, see what happens when you're picky? Anyway, it's all good. Okay, my next whip is Hands-On Design, Love My Stitching. And I made a little bit of progress on this. Not as much as I would have liked to, but that's where I'm at on that. You're just not gonna see my face. So I got the scissors, the hoop, and all of this done. And this is stitched on Touch of Gray Ada from Fat Quarter Shop. And again, I used the colors that Kimberly used because I loved her color choices. Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop. Okay, I have 2 new starts. So let's do this one first. Okay, so I was dying to start this, and this is Excuse the Mess, but I Craft Here by Shannon Christine. And it's you can go to her website, and I think even Fat Quarter Shop has it, and it's just a download PDF, nice and easy. And it's not much, guys. Oop, hold on, wrong way. Okay, so that's all I've gotten done. there's a lot of different, there's like 4 different colors here, 4 different colors here, but I love how it looks because it makes it look like different kind of shading. So I'm really, really enjoying this. And I just started this yesterday. And this is 28 count, just Lugana. They have Lugana, you guys, at Hobby Lobby. And so what I do is I just coffee tea dye it. I dunk it in really quick, so it's not super dark. And that's what I stitched it on. And I love it. I can't wait. I'm gonna work on this today a little bit more. And my other new start, which I've been wanting to start this forever, and I was finally like, I'm just doing it. And this is Home of a Needleworker by Little House Needleworks. I love this one so much. I was so excited to finally get it started. And this is the same thing, same Lugana from Hobby Lobby that I coffee tea dyed. And I love it. Look at that red. I just want a million red houses now. Oh, I love them. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's just as beautiful as the picture. It stitches up so pretty. So love this. So I do have 2 more that I need to finish for the craft room, and then I'm gonna need to find some more red houses because I'm probably gonna have like a red house wall and then just the regular craft ones all over the place. Sorry, I do still have a little bit of a cough. When I get sick, my coughs unfortunately last for like a month or 2. But otherwise I'm fine. Okay, gifts. I got 1 gift this week, and this is from my wonderful friend Vicky, and she made me a little scissor fob. And it has a little sparkly, is it laying the right way? Yes. A little sparkly Christmas tree on it. So I got that from her. Haul. I only have 3 things. I did good. So the first one's Hands-On Designs, Hello Spring. I mean, it was too cute not to pass up. I had to get it. And I needed this because I'm doing the whole series. And this is Square Dance. I needed the August, September, and July. And these chickens, I can't even stand the cuteness of the chickens. And I almost want to not put September. I almost want to just stitch them and put something else in there, some other words or something, so I could keep it up all year round because I love them so much. So I'm going to work on that and figure that out. And then 1 more Hands-On Design, and this is February, You Hold My Heart. Had to get that too. And that's it, you guys. Look, that is probably the least amount of haul I have ever shown you guys on this video. Okay, what I want to work on, besides finishing those things, I do want to put a little bit of spring stitching in with my stuff into my rotations. I know that we're going to be moving in, and I will be there like the beginning of March, so I know that I'm not going to be able to get an Easter display up this year unless by some miracle I find time, because I don't think Easter's till April, so I might, but I'm honestly not planning on it. But I'm still going to stitch some stuff, you know, I mean, you got to. So I definitely want to do Easter Parade, the bunny, love, so I'd like to get that done. And this is Bunny and Tulips by Abby Rose Designs. And I want to do, there's a glare, I want to do this one right here because I just think it's really springy and pretty. I want to do Lori Holt stitch cards. Look how cute those are. And these are pretty quick. So, you know, in my time of moving and all of this, I'm just going to squeeze these in somehow. And then I want to do the April Square Dance. So even if I get them stitched and I don't get them finished, at least, you know, the next year, then I can finish them. And then one other thing, I guess this would be kind of springy, summery, I'm not sure. I don't know, and I might just go in my craft room. But it is The Blessed Bee by Brenda Gervais. And I started this in Mania, and that's all I have done. So I guess since it has bees, it probably is going to be more for summer. But I'd like to get some more work done on this. And this is on Mushroom Lugana also. All right. I always have such big plans. You guys know I don't really stick to my plans very well, but I'm trying. I'm trying. It's hard to, I haven't got as much stitchy time as I would have liked to get in, but I mean, once we're moved in, it'll be all good. Okay, I think that's all I have for you today, except for giveaways. So let's get into that. Let's announce winners. And then I don't even remember if I told you at the beginning of the video that I have hit 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Didn't think that would ever happen. I kind of thought, okay, I'm at my limit. Everybody's probably seen me who wanted to see me. So you guys keep coming and I'm so grateful. So my next video, which not sure when it'll be, I will have good giveaways for that too. So let's get on to this week's. So the first giveaway, number 1, was January Cottage of the Month. And the winner of that is Tanya Spielman. It's Speelman. I hope I didn't butcher your last name. Tanya, this is yours. Okay, the next one was Lizzie Kate Winter Alphabet. And the winner of that is Rainbow Stitches Oz. Congratulations. The third one was Snow Days by Country Cottage Needleworks. And the winner of that is Diane Moore. I think it's M-O-H-R. Congratulations. Number 4, which is Gardens of Snow by Country Cottage Needleworks. And the winner of that was Sambury Stitches. Congratulations. Number 5 was Hen Party. And the winner of that was Diane Hurley. Okay, and then the last giveaway was Denise's from my girl from DotDotGooseDesigns, her amazing farmhouse bag. And the winner of that is Kim Patterson. So congratulations to everybody, to the winners. Thank you so much for all your wonderful comments and playing along. Sorry, you guys. And I think that's all I have for you today. Kind of a short one. But wish me luck, because it's going to be a lot of work here for the next month. I will not be back until March. There's no way I can come back in the middle of all the moving. I will keep posting pictures on Instagram if I do finishes, I'll show my progress. I know I've been kind of slacking off on that too, just super busy, but I will try to keep updated on Instagram so I'm not totally off the grid. And I've been asked, will I show a video of the she shed? Yes, I will, once it's completely done. So when I come back in March, it might be partially done, so you'll get to see like the background, but once it's completely done, I will do that. I hope everybody has a great month. Hoping to be back in March. Thank you guys again, subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for all the love and encouragement. You guys are just amazing. Thank you for enabling me and telling me I can have another tree in my she shed. You guys are awesome. I love you guys all so much, and you guys have a great month, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.